Okay, I want to focus on here a few tournament plays for this week for week 7 in the NFL DFS scene so that we can get you going and rolling fast. And I did this video early Friday morning. And this right here on wealthyfantasyfootball.com is where you come as I'll update this. I would think by Saturday morning so that I can get you rolling on. I just ordered up here quarterbacks along with a tight end to perhaps look at any possible stacks there, and then running backs or flexes all together in its own section here. Running backs, standard deviation, use this for potential upside. For example, with Kamara, that's from a couple weeks ago, but 11.4 at 29.7. This went down the average per game, and a coefficient variable or consistency rating of 0.38 compared to 0.43 of Elliott. So that means Kamara at that time at least was more consistent. Just to give you an idea how that works and how to use it, and that these data and numbers strictly going according to their scoring on FanDuel for the past 5 weeks is how that goes, so that you can make an informed decision on your cash lineups, especially even tournaments. You can use this. As you can see, some players, of course, may favor one or the other. For example, with James Conner, he may favor, or at least at the time, favored a tournament more so than the cash, just based on a higher standard deviation or going away from his average, and not so much as a consistency level at 0.62. But that number went down, I'm sure, here since his past great performance last week. He's on bye, and then average may have went up, and the standard deviation may have went a little bit down as well based on his average. So that information you can look at there, wealthyfantasyfootball.com. But moving on here to try to get any specific ideas on sleepers for the week, just going to look at mainly the flex or the running back / wide receiver / tight end position to see what we can find. Once again, though, this spreadsheet here is not updated. It is from the DFS Army, in case you wanted to get that, but I'm not promoting it at all. In fact, a couple places I'm showing you here, they're not getting anything from as far as showing or promoting anything. Sometimes I find, like in other sports, as a good tip here on dailyfantasysportsrankings.com, there's spreadsheets, like when you click on one of their articles. I didn't find it for football this week. Maybe they'll have another article coming up where they'll show it. Like, it was pretty cool to find this. I clicked on here and read the article, if that'll come up now, where it brought me the whole spreadsheet. Somebody put it on there within the comments, so you can get that info, download it, and actually it's on the Google Sheets. For example, right here, down, if you play other sports, it's pretty cool to play that these sports as well. Doing well, I can show you another video. Maybe if I get some more requests for showing you how to work cash and tournament lineup successfully in NHL, because there's less competition, especially when there's no football season. You want to keep going in daily fantasy. See what it's doing here is it's just going ahead and showing you things like team info and per position breakdown, similar to that of this spreadsheet here. What the spreadsheet actually specifically was trending targets, so showing you targets of the last few games, comparable to this on the draft dashboard, which you can get. I'll leave the link in the description so you can get this draft dashboard, which shows here comparatively the last 3 targets as well. So just compare again, the last 2 targets there, and it shows you a differential on their sheet on the Army one. But then here on draft dashboard, showing you the last 3 targets. For example, last 3 games, 5, 5, and 6 for Gurley. So as I move along fast here, I'm trying to find some sleepers appropriately. Crabtree's a great cash option for his price, $6,600 this week. If needed, you'll go even lower and stick him in. Snead, that's fine as well. And a possible shootout game, check the final Vegas lines on these potential outcomes on these games. And along with Brown, for me, more of a tournament play, as I'll insert him into some of the lineups stacked with Flacco. Wouldn't know what tight end to put with him, but let's keep looking on here. As I do like Trubisky, I noticed Burton, he gets some things around the goal line and so forth. getting some. So that's a good potential stack with Burton, him and Trubisky versus the New England secondary. That's just a fine matchup. Njoku, I noticed here, he's getting increased value per the target share on the team. I don't necessarily agree with putting Baker Mayfield as a cash game option, but as a tournament, have at it. You can even put Callaway in there as a stack. Landry more so better for cash games. He'll bounce back from the 2.1 performance on FanDuel and get him going. Let's see of anybody else I just like real quick to look at, specifically for a tournament to see if we can hit on anyone. Just looking for upside here. I definitely like Julio. We can go right back to him again. He had a lot of opportunities for the end zone, red zone, just didn't get it. So keep looking out for him to get his touchdown on. That's pretty obvious to happen because the Giants, they may very well shut down the number 2 and number 3 receivers as they do sort of consistently. As far as anyone else, there's not anyone reliably you can just look to. With Robbie Anderson, he's very interesting actually, as he can reach that 25-point value and get his 4x, perhaps 5x value on again versus Minnesota. That's possible, and it could happen. So I wouldn't go back to Albert Wilson. That doesn't really appeal to me, nor Goodwin, as it doesn't have a bow with the matchup. We need to look at Josh Gordon if we can find him. Let's see. As Brady is hitting him, of course, use him, perhaps almost as much as Julio Jones, like in a tournament, so we can get him going if we can find him, just to see his numbers updated, perhaps. But we can always search him. Oh, no, he's not there. Let's go according to team. So we can just find New England and wrap this up. As I just now hit my curiosity for New England Patriots. It's not showing him. Didn't include him in the system for some. Oh, there he is. Okay. So he's got 9 targets. Last game he performed, he just had 6.7. That's fine. He's going to have a breakout game, I believe, as snap percentage is going up 53%. And so it's looking to him deep. All right. So just leaving you with that. Have a great weekend in fantasy sports.